Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am going to be, my first story is going to be about my experience in Jamaica. Um, I want to send my heartfelt condolences, sympathy, empathy after the Hurricane Melissa. But I don't feel sorry. So, 2015, I had just turned 40. And I'm gonna give you a little background about myself. I'm from Florida. I am a labor and delivery nurse. I've been a nurse for 18 years, and I had never been out of the country. And I was turning 40, and I wanted to experience Jamaica because everybody used to talk about Jamaica, 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 Jamaica. And then watching how Stella got her groove back, I should have known, but we're gonna put a plug in that but. So I applied for I went traveling in California in 2014. So 2015 in January, I applied for my passport. I had them paid off all my bills. All I had was my student loan to pay off and my car note. And that was like a 2013. I still have my truck, 2013 Ford Flex. And so I wanted to reward myself for my 40th birthday by going out of the country. So my birthday, of course, is August 23rd, and I was turning 40. So I had did this contract at the little company of Mary in Torrance, California, and I was hearing how these nurses were going on these all-inclusive trips. I had no idea about what is it called? Vacations2go.com. That's where you can book your resort, book your flight round trip, and transportation from the airport and back. And they'll take you to the airport, bring you to the hotel. When it's time to leave, they'll take you from the hotel back to the airport. So my first time there, I left August the 22nd, 2015, right? And somehow there was like a delay. Actually, it was on not boycott. What is it? What's that word I'm looking for? That strike. So the airport in Montego Bay was on strike that night. So we were stuck in Miami. And I'm like, you know what? I do not want to be in the United States of America on my 40th birthday. I don't care if I'm in the air, as long as I'm not in the United States for my 40th. Well, we end up taking off out of Miami after 11 o'clock. And you know, that flight from Miami to Jamaica is like an hour and some change. So we end up getting to Jamaica like midnight-ish, 1 o'clock in the morning. And some of their workers came back to the airport of Montego Bay to help us through the airport, which was very nice of them. I appreciate it. But this way, this camera, I don't know. But anyway, it's doing its own thing. So I end up booking my first resort at the Grand Palladium. Really? I'm over here. Technology. I'm gonna have to turn this thing on. Okay, let's see what it does. At the Grand Palladium. And to say the least, I enjoyed myself. We got there late, so everything was closed. So we ended up having to go to, I forgot what it's called. It was like this, where they played pool all night. You can go there and I ended up having a good time. I met a lot of good people there. I met some people that knew my relatives in New York. We went to the Bart Molly, his grave, his house. up in the mountains and that goddamn trip. We went to Don's River Falls. It was nice. It was nice. And I think it was my last night. Yeah, my last night, because I ended up leaving the day of my mom's birthday, August the 29th, to fly back to California. So that's when I met Mr. Grange Hill. So I am definitely writing a book. I've been writing this book for years because I've been torn between, should I write it? Should I not? But I think after this Melissa hurricane, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish it, because the things that the Jamaicans have been saying about Black Americans, and how I think it's just time to be, the truth need to come out. So I met Mr. Grange Hill that night, my last night, and I was just, taking the resort in, like, damn, I did it. I paid my bills off. I'm in Jamaica for my 40th birthday. Wow, just like, whew, this hard work really paid off. I was overweight. I was depressed. I was some of everything. Um, I highly don't recommend any single woman going to Jamaica when you're not in the right state of mind, because you are like shark bait, blood in the water, if you're not careful. So that night, me and Grange Hill, and these are the names in my book. I'm gonna try not to say their real names, but Grange Hill had us snuck out of the kitchen because he was working there, and all of a sudden he was following me around. So he was like, are you lost? They come up real like wolves. No, I'm gonna say foxes. Because foxes are sly, wolves are not. Wolves are right in your face. So, excuse me, are you lost? I'm like, no. And when I tell you, he was nothing to behold by the eyes. Short. He looked like a little, I have a picture of him, but I don't have it with me. This is not going to be the last, because I can't tell everything tonight. But we're going to talk about Grange Hill. Well, Grange Hill, short, his birthday, August the 28th. And I think I got him about maybe 2-3 years, maybe. And it's kind of hard for me to tell this story because it's showing my vulnerability, my stupidity, my insecurities. Well, like my dad said, I wasn't the first and I won't be the last. But we met that night on the balcony of the Grand Palladium. And of course, like most people do, you have sex. And we exchanged numbers, and I left that next day. So I get back to California. We was communicating via the phone, we calling, just a conversation. Hey, we're just a one night stand. We both grown. So that was in August. September, October, November. I go back in November. This time he tells me, don't go back to the Grand Palladium, go to the Reunion Grill, because he can't come to the room at the Grand Palladium because that'd be fraternizing with the guests and he can lose his job. So I end up going to the Reunion Grill, and that was in the grill, and that had become my stomping ground, my resort, my hotel. Everybody knew me. I knew just about everybody. The beach boys on the beach, taking my pictures, enjoying the food, just enjoying the view. Um, Just thinking back how I was fucking taken for an idiot, a fool. And see, he didn't come out, I'm going to say they, and definitely he. He didn't come out and say, oh, I don't have no shoes. I don't have this. I don't have that. They start by saying like, oh, my kids and I don't make enough, like the sob story. And I tell you, and because being a travel nurse, I was making a lot of money. Um, at the time, my daughter was still in Georgia, in our apartment in Georgia. And I was renting a place from another young lady in California. I was paying her $500 a month. So, when I come, shoes, clothes, drawers, you name it. Just looking back, whew, I really, it hurts just thinking about it because I thought we were actually in love. They love bomb you. Oh, me love you so much. Me love you. Me love you. You're my dream. Do not take y'all ass to Jamaica with that bullshit. Okay, ladies. Please listen to this story. I think we just gonna do Julian. See, I said his name tonight, Mr. Grange Hill. When I tell you, very jealous. I had bought a Nikon camera. I'm out on the beach on is it Bloody Bay outside the Riu Grill because they have the Riu Tropical, which is further down. Office of Nature, the jungle, all that was on the same street, just further down. He was literally in the room on the balcony taking pictures of me getting my pictures taken. Ridiculous. Probably next time I'll have some photos, but I'm still putting their pictures in the book. I'm just going to, block their eyes out. Just to see Melissa come ravaging through Jamaica, the Westmoreland side, it brought me joy. I hope it fucked both of them up. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm not sorry. Yes, I'm grown and I'm responsible for my own behaviors and my actions, but you don't take people for granted. You don't use people like that. You don't make people and manipulate people and gaslight people to think y'all in a relationship when it's all about the money. But to make matters worse, he showed me his paycheck. Those people work 6 days a week and bring home down to $200 to $300 every 2 weeks. And I'm quite sure I wasn't the only one. I wasn't. I think I was not the only one. But this hard. I end up giving this man $6,000 for a car. So he can pick me up from the airport, so he could take me around when I get there. Ask me how many times he picked me up from the airport. What you say? No. Asked me how many times he took me to the airport. So one time I was coming and he was saying he was at work. And I think the time I came, I didn't tell him I was coming. It was one time I didn't tell. And this is when we broke up. He was asking for, I think, like $1,000. So November, December, January, February. So this had to be February, Valentine's Day. Yeah. So like every 3 months, I was going to Jamaica to see him. So remember August, September, October, November, December, January, February, right? So I go in February. He didn't know I was coming. So he was asking for, I think it was $1,000. So when I got to the reunion grill, I called him via WhatsApp and told him he could come get the money. Come get the money. He was like, I said, yeah, I'm at the reunion. Oh, you're trying to trick me. And I'm like, what the fuck? He got so irate because I did not tell him I was coming to Jamaica. So any other time, from my understanding, you tell them that you're coming. That way they could tell whoever back home, girlfriend, wife, that, hey, I got to work late. I got to do this to make time for you. So he never came to get that money. So I end up meeting another gentleman on the beach named, I'm going to call him Rasta, the Rasta. So we end up being good friends and stuff like that. And of course, we did it. I guess that's what you do there. It's just sex tourism. We all adults. But one thing about the Rasta, he wasn't like everybody else, at least to me. But I'm quite sure. And he was a gigolo too. But we had good, deep conversations, talked about Marcus Garvey. He's in the book also. So, but the sex wasn't that great at all. With Julian, he was rough. He was wild. It was just painful, too painful. So the roster was too soft. Just wasn't it? Like the Three Little Bears. I tell you. Anyway, so again, it's hard to tell this story because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And I got played like a fucking goddamn fiddle in left field. Wow. But I'm not the first and I won't be the last. I got to tell my truth because I'm telling you, we're going somewhere. I know it's slow and rough and rugged, but hear me out. So me and the roster, we was hanging out. He was taking me places, with the cab. Of course, I was paying. He had took me to the chill spot I had met, in Logwood because he stayed in Logwood too. Now, mind you, this is just a small community. A small but large community. So pretty much everybody know everybody, especially in Logwood, the Beach Boys and the Grill, Bloody Bay, and then, you got the Reunion Grill, then you got the strip where all the vendors, the locals, and then further on down, you got the market, all the way down on the west end. So by that time, the roster had done, took me, and I just felt so comfortable with him. So we went to Logwood, and he took me to the chill spot. Now, mind you, Julian, it was over so quick before it started, but it was like he ended up I found out he was having a baby on, well, I can't say on me, but he was having a baby. He never told me about that. He had 1, 2, 3 kids. Then the little girl made 4. You know, he was single dad. That man had more fucking women than you could shake a fucking stick at. Like, really. Big ass liars. Huge ass liars. So, back to him. I ended up meeting one of his friends in Grange because he was borrowing his car to take me around, and which was nice of him. Thank you for doing that. But his friend was like back and forth in Canada doing like on a work visa. So, and when his wife needed some, I guess Julian would help her out. But I remember one day at the resort, at the reunion, I'm sitting at the bar and I'm waiting for this man and I'm waiting. I'm like, where the fuck he at? Like, God damn, he taking forever to come from wherever he. So, mind you, everybody know everybody. The bartender who was serving me knows Grange. She knows him. So I'm sitting on, I'm talking to the white man. He's talking to me, making conversation. So next thing you know, his little Napoleonite ass come walking up. Give me space, move. Talking to the man all rude and shit. So he went to put his hand in my face, and I'm like, fuck. When I tell you, his hand smelled like the funkiest pussy ever. I said, where the fuck you been at? I said, why your hand smell like that? I said, your hand stink like a motherfucker. God damn. What the fuck you was digging in? So, now mind you, the first night we had sex, when we talked on the phone, after I got back home, he was saying how I didn't smell, how, he didn't go home right away and he didn't have a fishy smell. When I tell you, that man hands smelled like fucking fish. He even said Jamaican girls' pussy stink. From where his hand smelled, it did. I am not here to, say all Jamaican women's coochie stink. I'm just telling what he said and what I smelt on his fingers. Okay? So don't come at me. I'm just telling my story. I'm telling how I was stupid, naive, desperate. I'm saying this about myself, okay? So my job here is to help the next woman don't take your ass to Jamaica and get tricked. Now, if you're single, you're going on a girls group, you meet these dudes, you meet these women, fuck them, have fun, and go home. Once you leave the island, do not send money back there. Because trust me, the mama in on it, the baby mama in on it, the wife is in on it, the auntie is in on it, the grandma in on it, everybody in on the scam. But you, like I said, this is about Grange tonight and a little bit of the roster. So after Grange, Julian, I done said his fucking name, end up, dumping me. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the? I was so sad. I was hurt. I was hurt. I'm thinking, when I tell you they will love bomb the shit out of you, love bomb the shit out of you. But, so February, March, April, May. So that was 2015, 16. Oh, I'm rushing it. Because technically, me and Julian was together for a year. Yes. Because 15, 16. Uh-huh. Now it makes sense. Okay. So 2015, August, I met Julian. So the whole year we were good. And when he was at work, I was meeting other people. It cost $100 a night for a day pass for him to come to my room. So definitely tricking. I'm sorry to say, I'm embarrassed to say, but tricking. You got to pay. And them people at that desk already know what time it is. Oh, she a foreigner, she a Black American. Oh, this dude here, they already know. So I'm telling you, everybody in on it. They know. Because that's the culture over there. That's what they do. Sex tourism. They trying to get them green cards. They don't care if you get pregnant or not. They want to come up out that country. And they'll use any vulnerable, desperate, low self-esteem, fat and out of shape. They don't care. So around that time, I was still, I was friends with the roster. So I kind of messed up the story. I had jumped the gun. But um whew, embarrassing. How I was taken for a fucking idiot. How I wasted thousands and thousands of dollars. Why are you telling your story now? Because the fuck I want to. It's time. Because Melissa hit Jamaica. Now they asking for help. Then they talking about the Black Americans and this and that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been scammed in a love scam, we have given them enough money as it is. Don't send no money over there. Like Michael Jackson say, get somebody else to do it. I wouldn't send a damn dime. I'm sorry. And I've met a lot of good people over there. But them two Negroes, no. So that following year, so that was 2017. So 15, we was good. Always 16, 17. That's when Julian, I came in February 2017. And that's when he got upset. Cause I didn't tell him I was coming. And February is Valentine's Day, right? Month. Okay. So at that time, I'm walking. I got up that morning. I'm walking down the beach. And I met a roster the day before, an older guy. And every time he talked, his teeth would just move. And I'm like, so he's like, yeah, I want to come down here, we'll smoke and, we'll just chill. So as I'm walking down the beach, I'm saying to myself, now mind you, this nigga just dumped me because I came without him knowing. And I'm so lonely that I'm finna go sit way down the beach to smoke with an old ass. I came to myself, I said, shit, I better not go down there. That motherfucking Ross better put something in that joint. Next thing you know, he fucking me from the back. And then I'm coming up fucking stinking. So as I'm walking and I see this tall, he literally reminded me of your boy, Don't Be a Menace While Drinking the Juice in the Hood, Marlon. He reminded me of Marlon with them little shits on his head. So that's logwood. So I said, excuse me. Now I can see him out of my peripheral and I can see him watching me. So I just stopped and I turned. I said, Um, you got a spliff I can buy? And that's when I met Logwood Oli. I know this was very y'all forgive me. Forgive me. I don't want you to think that I'm holding back, but because I got to remember all this shit and I got other things I got going on in my personal life that I'm overcoming and but that's when I met Logwood. Julian, he never hit me. He never slapped me. He never abused me physically. Financially, he took me for the run of my money. He did. The last time I seen Julian, me and Logwood was in Sauve Lamar, and this nigga had the next bitch in my car. He still had the car, and that was in 2020. Now, mind you, he got the car in 2016. 2016, he got that car. Yep. He couldn't pick me up from the airport. He only took me to the airport one time in it. And one time I was coming from the airport and we're going through, I want to say, I know it's like, it reminds me of like we have a bunch of shops. It wasn't Green Bay. Is it Green Bay? What they call it? I don't think it's called Green Bay. Oh gosh, Green Island. Because when you leave the airport, it's only one road to take. You're going to pass the Grand Palladium. You're going to go through that town. You're going to go through all that shit. Just stay on that one road. But I see him dropping some fucking woman off. The woman getting out my fucking car. But you can pick me up from the airport. Ladies, gentlemen, don't get fooled. We done seen how Stella got her groove back. We saw how that man did her on Stella, that movie. And I don't even have nowhere near the money that Terry McMillan had have. And come out to hold the man, he end up being gay. You see, I call myself a Jafakin. You see this tattoo? It's a story behind this cut. I got a infinity on my butt. It's a story behind that cut. But this all dealing with Mr. Logwood. But Julian told me, don't trouble, and trouble won't trouble you. Like, damn. He always walked around with, he wasn't a gun toter. He was a knife toter. And my daddy was a knife toter. And you don't fuck with men that tote knives. Oh, they ain't scared to fight. You have a knife, you got to be up on the motherfucker. But anywho, but that year went by so fast. I ended up finding out he had a daughter. Just for some reason, just going through Facebook, I found who the mama was. I'm like, I had to be fucking Detective Keaton. I had to. Let me tell you something. If you go into these countries and you're single and you're going with your condoms and you know you're going to have a one night stand, protect yourself. If 9 times out of 10, you got the money, you're going to trick off when you leave. Let that be that. Don't let them call you asking for money. My mama's sick, my dad is sick, my grandma's sick. Get somebody else to do it. I'm telling you, because it's a scam. Every 3 months, I was in fucking Jamaica every fucking 3 months with Grange. And every 3 months, I was literally taking $5,000 cash with me every fucking trip. That's excluding the hotel fee, the vacations to go. That was like 2,000 a pop. Then I was flying American Airlines, so I was getting, frequent flyer miles. Then I had to pay for the resort. Then when he came, I had to pay for when he came. Then you paying for $100 and he only staying for a few hours. That's a waste of money, right? So everywhere we go, I had to come out of my pocket because he ain't got no money. So, but this is something because I thought, Jamaica is a beautiful place. And I remember Grange used to tell me, he used to say, yeah, Jamaica's beautiful to you, but for us, the locals, it's terrible. I remember when my plane landed on my birthday, and it was dark. It was after 1 o'clock in the morning when we were leaving the airport, going through the trenches to get to the Grand Palladium. When I started going through those towns, that main town you go through, everybody sitting on the side of the road, and it seemed like you can't, and them buses be, when I tell you, you couldn't have told me I went in Africa. It was deplorable. I said, they never showed this shit on TV. You remember the 50 cents a day? I was looking for them to come out somewhere, them babies. 50 cent a day babies. Because that's how deplorable those towns look. Those shanty towns, those tin roofs. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. I'm not lying. And I had been going to Jamaica from 15, to the last time I was there in 2020. And having to take that same trip, nothing changed. Nothing changed. So with Grange Hill, I didn't explore Jamaica like I did when I was with the roster, and definitely when I was with Logwood. Logwood was an adventurer. That's the cold piece of work. But this is my first story about Jamaica, Jamaica. My book is titled 876 Jamaica. It's like a phone number. And the subtitle is, He Tried to Take Me for Idiot. Technically, he did. I took my own self. When I tell you, I'm not bitter. I'm not. I was, and I had to get over it. But that shit hurts. When somebody literally intentionally use you and then make it seem like it's your fault and you better not say shit, you better not bring it. When that man told me, don't trouble, and trouble won't trouble you. So the next video I do, I'll try to have some pictures. I don't want to use up all my ink, but I got to show y'all how that motherfucking logwood, he snatched my motherfucking edges from here. I had a head full of it. Snatched my shit all the way back here, bald. When I tell you, I just, what Nipsey Hussle say? 3 things you can't buy. I think it say loyalty, love, or respect. Cause niggas will extort you out your check. You see that? Ace of Cups in the upright. Compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, marriage. Ace of Cups, water. So this is my healing. I've been quiet for a long time. A long time. And it's time to say my piece. And I know I'm going to help somebody. And somebody going to see this. And do not take your ass to Jamaica and fall in love let alone get pregnant, because you're going to have two kids, the baby and the baby daddy. You're going to have two kids, the baby and the baby daddy. The men, you're going to have two kids, the baby and the baby mama. You're going to take care of everybody. I'm telling you, everybody is in on the scam. I'm telling you, everybody, except for you. Now, Logwood, different story. A different story. Julian was just a year. Whew, you do the math. $5,000 every 3 months going to Jamaica. We never went into any, like, we never went out to no theme parks. We didn't do none of that. Nothing. We just rode up and down, stayed in a hotel, just none of that. Nothing. So Grange was kind of boring, you know. During those times, I felt like a queen. I mean, you know, everybody knew my name because I was coming up so frequently. And I remember one time I was at the resort at the Reunion Grill, and it was a DJ. I can't think of that young man's name, but for some reason, it's like late at night, he trying to get me behind the stage. And I'm like, ain't going back there. Shy. By the time I walked back and came back from the game room, wherever the shooting pool at, I see some other girl coming back there adjusting herself. I said, I'm telling you, Jamaica, I don't know anything about Haiti. I damn sure don't know anything about all the other islands, Barbados, Grenada. I know about Jamaica. That is a sex tourism. They put that accent on you. And not all Jamaican men got big dicks and good dick at all. They claim they don't eat pussy, but they do. They claim they're not gay, but they are. Now, I'm not saying Grange is. I'm not. But they will do anything for money. Grange story was kind of boring. I met his mom. I think I met his daughter. I don't think I met his son. But when I tell you, this man had more Jordans than he can shake a stick at. Do not, I repeat, do not take your ass over there and give them people your money. Do not go with suitcases full of gifts. And you know what's really bad? The TSA people at the airport, whatever you call them people at the airport, those Jamaican women, I'm not going to say all of them. Not going to say all of the Jamaican women. But majority of them Jamaican women are very jealous of Black American women. Jamaicans are sneaky. They're big ass liars. They like to use that long face. They call it long mouth. And they lick and lap white people asses. They will cut your throat before they cut a white person's throat. That's male or female, and especially a white woman. A Black American can't stand a chance over there. And I was told, oh, I know. On the bottom of the deck is three of swords, upside down position. Negative self-talk, releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, recovery, moving on. Yes. Just this is perfect timing. Perfect timing. Don't get scammed. Go over there. Have your fun. Fucking be safe. When you go home, block their number or just enjoy the conversation. Don't get into them sob stories because your ass gonna be at that Western motherfucking Union every other week with some sob story. I repeat, do not get pregnant from them. Protect yourself because you gonna have two babies. The baby and him. The baby and her. Maybe the whole fucking family. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I dodged a big ass bullet. I really did. What else I can say about Julian? It's 46 minutes and 37 seconds on the timer. And just talk about babies in Jamaica. This is the sun called upside down. And a child feeling down, overly optimistic, negativity, depression, sadness, carelessness, arrogance. Sun called upright, positive, pleasure, happiness, vitality. I was not having fun in the sun. But I was determined because the island is so beautiful. And I'm thinking, okay, shoot, I'm a nurse. Okay, I can live here. My money in our US dollars, I can live like the queen that I am. When I tell you I'm so glad that shit didn't work out, because I could have been one of those who got killed over there because somebody thinking I got something and kill me. Because they good for that too. How many times you done seen people think they're going to come to America, go to Canada, go to England, work all their life. When they come home, they retire. Soon they build their house. Boom. Some bad mind man done killed their ass for their shit. Oh, I'm gonna move to. I live in Jamaica, work in Miami. I'll fly back and forth, work with 3 days, come back home for four. But mm-mm. I'm so glad that didn't work out. Like it's really, it really hurts. How we're just talking about Grange, New Jerusalem, Grand Palladium took advantage of me. Now he ain't have no problem with eating pussy at all. He yammed it up. He ain't have no problems. He will satisfy you sexually, whatever he can. But he was just so fucking rough. And he was literally, it wasn't no making love. He was fucking. Like literally hard fucking. Like he did this jackhammer. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because if you know there's a culture, that's all they do. They're overly hypersexual. The dance moves. They jumping off the top of the building on between a woman's legs. Stuff like that. If you got to go to where the locals actually go and lay their heads at, Grange Hill lived in a wooden one-room house. Everything was in that one room. the bed, the hot plate, the refrigerator. He bathed and pissed and shit outside. So just imagine when it was raining. So they still a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. People in Jamaica 2025 today still live like that. Outhouses. I think it's a lot of jealousy because we ain't never have to live like that. When I peed outside, that's because either I was locked out the house, because I had done lost my house key and my mama wasn't going to get me another one no time soon just to teach me a lesson, or we had to ran in and out the damn house till she said, okay, I'll tell you what, you bring your ass in this house one more time, you're going to stay your ass in here. But I seen it. I seen it with my own self eyes. And when I tell you the hills, he damn near to get to his house, it was like going on a motherfucking going on a bear hunt. We're going over the woods, around the corner, in the bushes, just like that. And ain't no motherfucking street lights. That bitch pitch black. Pitch black. You couldn't even see your fucking hand in front of your face. And I'm like, damn, what this nigga taking me? He finna fucking kill me? He took me to his house. I was surprised. Yeah. So they use women, at least these two, they use women to get the things that they need. The only thing they can give you is hard dick and hard times. That's it. That's it. There's no even exchange. But if you know you go in there to have sex, everybody's grown. Just know you're gonna take $5,000. That's what you're gonna use to trick off of. Run it. When you leave there, turn your phone off. I'll see you in 3. When you feel like being bothered, you call them. Don't be afraid to say no, because I'm telling you, they gonna take your fucking money now. And then act like they ain't never did nothing to you. Act like that you was the problem, that you was the issue. I hope they come across this video. I really do. I always told them I'm gonna write a book. I need my motherfucking money back. I sure do. And it ain't defamation if you're telling the truth. I wonder if I can go to my bank statements and all the way back to 2014 at Wells Fargo. I don't even want to think about. And here I am, need my motherfucking money right now today. But the universe is good. But I will never do that shit again. You can't buy love, you can't buy loyalty, and you damn sure can't buy respect. Those 3 things are never for sale, but you will get it started if you think you can buy it. And it wasn't like I was buying love. I'm thinking we in a relationship. I'm just trying to help. I see your condition. I want to help. It's like taking a pig out of slop. That's what they're used to. Even the children know how to be conniving. The little kids. Mm-hmm. I literally saw one guy prostituting his sister, young girl. Let me not say his sister, but she was a young girl, a teenager, with some white dudes. When I was at another, I can't think of that place. It's not a resort. It's like one of them, like I'm gonna say a tree house, like a villa. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I did print out some pictures, so I'll hide their identity, and we'll go from there. so you can see who these buzzards are. Whew. Again, do not take your ass to these countries looking for love. Do the 3 F's. Fuck. Well, I can't say the 3 F's because you don't want to fight. Fuck, get high and have fun. And get back on your plane and come home. It's not love, baby. It's not. It's all a game. And now that you know it's a game, you can play it accordingly. Always play to win because, baby, if you're going out doing any other thing, you're going to lose. Don't ask me how I know.